Welcome back. As promised, I'm about to do a full solo playthrough using the solo Automa for Funfair. I'm not really going to cover setup in this video, so if you want to know how to learn to play and how to set up the game, then go watch my other video titled How to Play. But for this purposes, I'm expecting you to know it. I will explain it as I go, but I'm not going to explain it all at once. Alright, so we've set up our board. We have our 6 city card deck. We have our blueprints, parks. We have our end of year award, which in this case it's the Critics' Choice Award. So we want to build a park with the most theme icons. Whoever does that gets 15 points. I am playing on normal, probably against my better judgment because I'm not very good at this game. But for normal, when you set up the AI deck, you want to remove all the cards that have this little yellow happy face. We have our market cards out. I am the first player. I've given myself 5 cards, and let's look at them real quick. We have a whirlpool element. It's an upgrade feature. A giant wheel. It's an attraction leisure ride. An HR manager. An administrative show, animatronic show. It's an attraction. And an amusement arcade. It's an attraction as well. I have 30 coins to start. So for the first thing we need to do for round 1 is to draw a city event. So let's go ahead and do that. And we have a stock take sale. After you pay to build a card from the market and refill the space, each card in the market gains 1 coin. Each card in the market is discounted by the coins on that card to a minimum of 1. When a card is removed from the market for any reason, discard any coins on it. So I've placed this next to the market just so it'll help me remember as I buy things, or the Automa buys things. Alright, so we need to move to Park Step 1. So looking at my cards, I think the first thing I want to do is build this leisure ride. It only costs 6, but it's going to generate 2 money for me at the end of the round during the guest step. And money is very tight in this game. So I'll go ahead and place this in my park to the right of my main gate, and that's going to cost me 6. I did not activate the stock take sale because I did not take a card from the market slot, so that does not trigger. Moving to the Automa, we are going to draw an attraction card. Technically, we should have done this at the very beginning of the city event phase, but I forgot because I'm human. So we're going to look at it, and these are going to be the Automa attractions that it's going to build in this park. We're going to simply look at this location. So this says location 3, and we're going to put it to the right of the main gate in location 3. So let's do that now. So in placing attractions in the Automa park, think of this as slot 1, slot 2, slot 3, slot 4, and slot 5. So just kind of eyeball it. Okay, so that's going to be about slot 3. So that's where that attraction goes. And then we're going to flip over a card for the park step from the Automa deck. And this is a wild theme. The AI is going to discard a market card in slot 3. So let's do that now. Looking at the board, we have slot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So it's simply going to take the 1 in slot 3 and discard this. After it discards it, we're going to refill it. And then we're going to place 1 coin on each market slot. And this is going to discount the cost of all of these cards by 1 because of the stock take sale. Going back to the Automa's play area, this is an upgrade card, and it wants to be built onto attraction number 1. Well, looking at the Automa area, there is no attraction 1. So we're going to look at the card again, and you're going to look at this little arrow. So it says if it can't find attraction 1, you're going to go down. So go down to 0, then 5, then 4, then 3, then 2, then 1, until you can find 1. So it looks to put it on 1. There's nothing there. There's no 0, so it loops back around to 5. There's no 5. There's no 4. There's a 3. So it will simply be slid under attraction number 3. We move to Park Step 2. I think I just want to take into my hand the fairy tale theme. I really want to get this robot theme. That's going to allow me to After you build this upgrade, you may immediately build an upgrade from your hand onto the same attraction for free. So I really want to put this on my giant Ferris wheel, but I don't want to place it down if I don't have another upgrade to play for free. So I want to go after this one next. And the robot and the fairy tale are themes, which is what our end of year goal is to get. So let's go ahead and take the fairy tale, and whenever you take a card from the market, you simply remove the coins from it. Since I'm not building it, it's not going to discount it. So I'll put that in my hand. I will refill the market. And since I did not pay to build a card from the market, these other cards are not going to get a reduction in the cost. So back to the Automa's turn. We'll simply draw another card from the Automa deck. This is a Whirlpool element. AI discards market card in slot number 2. So it's going to discard this one. It's going to refill. And then it's going to make all these one less to buy. Looking at the upgrade, it wants to go to attraction number 4. But once again, the Automa only has one attraction, and it's number 3. So then it will just go down to the next lowest one. So it would look to go to 3. And we'll just slide this under this attraction. Alright, so now we're cooking. We are going to buy the robot theme for only 10 now, because it was 12 minus the 2 coins. And then it says, after you build this upgrade, you may immediately build an upgrade from your hand onto the same attraction for free. So I will pay my 10. I will slide this under my giant wheel. And then I get to build my fairy tale upgrade. You can see it says upgrade here for free. And then this says, after you build this upgrade, you may draw 2 park cards, choose one to keep, and discard the other to gain coins equal to half its marked price rounded down. So we'll go ahead and build that. I refill the market. I forgot to move this up to park step number 3. I didn't have enough coins to put coins on all these cards because they're in the box, but it's not going to matter here in a second anyway, because all these coins are going to be taken off by the end of the round. I need to look at 2 cards from the park deck. I got to draw these 2 park cards because of the fairy tale card. So I get to keep one of these, and then I get to discard the other one and get coins equal to half its price. So I could get 2. And I could get 4 because it's always rounded down. So I'm going to keep this one, and I'm going to get 4 coins by discarding this card. It is the Automa's turn. They're going to draw another card. Alright, it looks like Walt's getting in on the theme action as well. He's going for a robot theme. He's going to discard market card in slot 1, and he's going to put this on location 3. We'll discard this one. Add a new one, and once again there should be another coin on each of these to make them cheaper, but it's not going to matter. Alright, moving to park step 4. Neither the Automa or I have built our showcase, so we do not get that 4th step, so we'll simply move to the guest step. For the guest step, and I should probably take these off my showcase because of investors. So if you have not built your showcase, you get 5 coins. These coins can only be spent to purchase your showcase, and if it's not purchased at the end of the game, you have to forfeit any coins on this card. Additionally, I'm going to gain coins based off the number of stars in my park. So I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we will move to the cleanup stage, where we will simply discard all these cards, put new cards out, and we will move the first player marker and reset the roller coaster track. So I'll see you back here in a second. Additionally, I only have 5 cards in my hand, so I do not have to discard any down to 5. 5 is your hand limit. Alright, so we are ready for round number 2. Not going to forget this time. First thing we do is give the Automa another attraction. So this time it gets attraction in space number 5. So 3, 4, and we'll put it roughly there. Let's go ahead and draw a city event. Golden opportunity. Reveal the top 2 cards of the park deck. You may build the card with the lowest or equal lowest mark price immediately for free, or choose one of the 2 cards and put it into your hand. Give the remaining card to the player on your left. So the Automa will never interact with a card like that, so it will only be the player. So looking here, I like that food outlet because of the special ability. Since they're both cost 7, I can purchase either of them for free. This one gives me 0 stars though, but I like that. I like that theme upgrade for free because of the end of year award. So I'm going to take this card and build it into my park as my second attraction, and then I'm going to simply discard this. When it says to give cards to the players on your left or right or whatever it says, when you're playing against the Automa, you simply discard it. So I'll go ahead and build that as my second attraction and discard comfortable seating. Alright, so the Automa gets to go first this time. So we'll draw a card from its deck. Oh, a pirate theme. That's not cool. Alright, so it's going to discard market card in slot 6. And it wants location, attraction location number 4. And if it's not there, it's going to look at the next one up. So first off, let's do this part. So it's going to discard market card in slot 6. Goodbye, vertical drop element. And since there's no 4, it's going to build it on attraction 5. For my first park step this turn, I'm going to use a special ability on fast food. If this attraction has no theme, you may use an action to build any theme upgrade on it for free. So I say let's continue with the robot theme. We have a pirate theme and a robot theme. I'm going to build the robot theme for free, and after you build this upgrade, you may immediately build an upgrade from your hand onto the same attraction for free. So that's a nice little combo. So that's free. And then I'm going to build lockers and coat check for my food outlet. Apparently you're going to be eating there for a while. So since it's an upgrade, I can build that for free. We'll move to park step 2. The Automa will draw a card. So the AI is going to discard the top 5 cards from the park deck, and that's all it's going to do. Let's make a little discard pile to the left here. Oh, I forgot to refill the market. It's an attraction, it's a leisure ride. So the Automa is going to take the top 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put these back. And it's simply going to discard these. Let's see what we're missing. Upgrade, guest services, upgrade theme, attraction, staff member, attraction. I think I'm going to use this to build to look at blueprints. So I can look at 2 and I can pick 1. It's very important that you get blueprints in this game, at least 2 or 3. Because it's going to give you a lot of points, and if you don't, you're going to fall behind. So I hate to waste, and that's not wasting, but I would love to build something else, but, well, the question is, do I go for this pirate theme that's sitting there, because I don't want the AI to get it, or to discard it, and that's worth it. Nah, I think I got to go with the blueprints. So we're going to take 2 blueprints, and you can choose 1 or none. So if you don't complete the card, you're going to get negative 10 points, the top part of the card. So this one says I need a thrill ride with any guest services, upgrade any feature and any theme. And this one says any thrill ride with any guest services and a food outlet. Well, I have the food outlet. There's an attraction of a leisure ride and a food outlet in the market currently. Looking at my hand, I have a sideshow and a theater. So I really don't like either of those 2 because I don't have a thrill ride. But if I build my showcase, it counts as a thrill ride. I think they're all thrill rides. So guest services. Do I have any more guest services in my hand? That's an upgrade feature. No. And there's none in the market. There's no guest services in the market. So I hate to waste an action and not take one. I think I'm going to just discard both of these. Alright, so moving to park step number 3. The Solo Automa is going to gain a blueprint. If you're playing on easy and the blueprints are closed, because after the 4th round the blueprints close and no one can get them anymore, in a regular game. The AI can always get them in round 5 and 6, except if you're playing on easy. If you're playing on easy, the AI will not gain a blueprint. It will instead collect loose change. But it's not round 5 or 6, so it will simply gain a blueprint from the top of the deck. I don't get to look at it, and it will play it in its Automa area, and it will score at the end of the game. You know, I think I'm going to go for it. I'm going to do blueprints one more time. Oh my goodness. So this one wants any thrill ride with 4 feature upgrades, and this one wants a thrill ride with 2 feature upgrades and any food outlet. So this could be worth 15. This one could be worth 25. And it wants a sideshow, and I have a sideshow in my hand and 1 feature, so I only need 3 more features. You know what? Let's do it. Let's go for the medium one. So we'll put this in my play area. We'll discard this. We will move to park step 4. Neither of us have our showcase built, so we don't get that extra step. So we'll simply move to the guest step, where I will collect income. Looking at my park's not generating a lot because I'm a bunch of zeros. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And since I did not build my showcase, I get an extra 5 for the showcase. Moving to the cleanup step, we're going to discard all these cards in the market. Goodbye, pirate theme. Maybe I should have purchased that. We're going to refill. We have a sideshow attraction, a staff member, a guest services upgrade, a guest services upgrade, a feature, and another feature. This will also move over to me. The AI will grab another attraction, and it gets the swinging ship. Goes in attraction slot number 1, so we'll put that right here. So currently it has 1, 3, and 5 out. I really want one more round without my showcase to make it. It costs 20 to build. I currently have 10 of investor money on it. I prefer to get 15 and then only have to spend 5. So looking at this, I need to get 4 feature upgrades on it. Well, I only have to get 4 feature upgrades on it. This bottom part I don't have to do. So looking here, I have 1 feature upgrade in my hand. So you know what? Let's go ahead and discard. Let's go ahead and discard the staff member as my first park step to draw 5 cards, and I get to keep 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a upgrade, another staff member, and a thrill ride attraction. Maybe I do that. That's a feature only on thrill rides. Upgrade theme. This one helps me with my end of game award. You know, let's get the corkscrew element. Let's add that to my hand because it is a different element feature. This is a corkscrew and this is a whirlpool, and you can never have the same name on the same attraction. So let's go ahead and discard those. The Automa is going to discard market card in slot 1, and it's going to put this upgrade on number 4, which is not currently out for the Automa, so it will move up, and it will move up to attraction number 5. So we'll slide that under number 5, and that wants to discard the card in slot 1. So we'll simply discard this attraction sideshow and refill it. So I have this card in my hand. That's the Amusement Arcade. It's 0 stars, but it gives me another theme for the end of the game. It's another robot. It costs 11, but after you build this attraction, you may immediately build an upgrade onto it from your hand for free. I can't build these 2 because even though they're upgrades, they're only on thrill rides, and I don't want to build this one yet. So, and that's also an attraction, not an upgrade. So I need to get an upgrade into my hand. So for park step number 2, I am going to take this upgrade information kiosk, and when I build this, I can draw a park card. For the Automa, he has another quality upgrade. He's going to discard market card in slot 3, and he's going to put this on attraction 2. Currently, there's no attraction 2, so it will put it on 3 since this is going up. So slide this, and discard the card in slot 3. 1, 2, 3. Discard this. I always forget to refill the market. So this one would have been first, and then this one. So now I'm going to build this attraction sideshow. And after you build this, you may immediately build an upgrade onto it from your hand for free. So this is going to cost 11. And then I'm going to build this for free, and I can draw a park card. So I'll put both of those down. That's my third attraction. That cost 11. And then my park card, I get a flagpole feature. So this could be good for my thrill ride. So I have 3 of the 4 features I need in my hand for the thrill ride. And that was park step 3. That was my turn, so now the Automa gets to go. And it will gain a blueprint. Moving to park step 4, neither of us have built our showcase, so we'll simply move to the guests. I have a lot of zero costs. It's not helping me. My money engine's not good right now. So I get 1, 2, 3, 4 money. I'll trade in a 1 to get a 5. And then I'll trade in 5 more to get another 5. And since I didn't build my showcase, I get an extra 5. Cleanup step. We will move this back. First player will move to the Automa. All of these cards will get discarded. The Automa will draw another attraction at the start of the round. It gets an attraction 3, but there's already one out, so we'll simply discard this. 1, there's already one out, discard. 2, there we go, so we'll simply put that, make a little bit more room. It's a flying coaster. So Walt has a leisure ride, a thrill ride, a food outlet, and another leisure ride. We will draw a city event. A surprise gift. Reveal the top card of the park deck. You may keep it or exchange it with a card in the market and keep that card instead. Alright, so the Automa doesn't get to do this. I do. So it's an attraction sideshow. I already have one of those. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. And let's get another guest services. And that actually should have gone to... I should have exchanged it, not put it in the discard pile. So before we begin park step number 1, I just realized that I had accidentally skipped a city event. We are going into our 4th round, but we only have 3 city events out. So I will go ahead and resolve one now. Draw a park card, discard up to 3 cards from your hand, and gain 3 coins for each card discarded. Looking at my hand, I need the features. So let's discard these 2 and gain 6 coins. Additionally, this is the 4th round, so this is our last chance to get blueprints. Alright, the Automa's going to draw a card for its first park step. It gets a staff member. It's simply going to go to the left of its gate and will score 10 victory points at the end of the game. So actually, let's place it down below as to not get confused with the discard pile. For my first step, I'm going to actually build my showcase. So it's going to cost 20, so it's 15 from there, additional 5. And my showcase is now going to become an attraction. Yes, it's a pirate themed one. That helps a lot. And this is going to give me an additional action each round. Moving to park step number 2. So this is a good one for the Automa. It's going to attach it to the attraction with the most icons, left to right in case of a tie. So looking at attraction 1, 2, 3, and 5, attraction 3 has the most icons, so it's simply going to attach it to that. And it's going to give an additional 2 attraction icons for end of game scoring. For my second action, I'm going to build from my hand a whirlpool element. It's going to give me 2 money during the guest phase. It's going to cost 8, and it's only on thrill rides. So I'm going to build it on my super attraction thrill ride. And that's going to help me complete this blueprint. I'll need to get a total of 4 feature upgrades onto here. So that's 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we will move to park step 3. The Automa gets a fairy tale. It discards market card in slot 4 and is going to put it on attraction 1. So market card slot 4, and it's going to put it on attraction 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to discard this card. Let's give a quick update on where we stand for the end of game scoring. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 theme icons, and the Automa has 1, 2, 3. So I'm barely in the lead. The wilds do not count for the end of year goal. They only count for attraction size. All right, so for my third action, I'm going to draw a couple more blueprints and see, maybe I've already completed one, because we need to get at least one more done. So this one says any thrill ride with any feature upgrade. Okay, got that one. Any food outlet with any guest services. So looking at my attractions, I have a food outlet with guest services and a thrill ride with feature. So that's going to be worth 15 points. And then it says the same thrill ride has no guest services. I don't want to put any guest services on this thrill ride. Let's just see what the other one is. Any theater with any feature. I don't have a theater, so this one's going to get discarded. So we'll discard this one, and we'll take this one. And now we will move to Park Step 4. The Automa has not built its showcase, so I will get an extra turn. I also forgot to fill this market card. Hey, there's a vertical drop feature only on thrill rides. And the ones in my hands are a corkscrew and a flagpole. So I'm going to buy this right now. It's going to give me 2 extra money at the end of the guest phase, so that's good. It's going to cost me 8. So I'm going to spend 8 and put this vertical drop element on my thrill ride. And I will spend 10 and get 2 back. Moving to the guest step, I'm now going to get 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 money. And I don't get anything from my showcase from investors because I've already built it. We will go ahead and move to cleanup. I will say I should have filled this market card because that's important because it's going to go away. So we will move this back. We will discard all these cards. The blueprint deck is now closed, so no more blueprints from me. But since we are playing on normal difficulty, if the AI draws another AI gains a blueprint card, it can still take a blueprint. Additionally, the first player will move to me, and then we need to draw an attraction for the Automa. There we go, attraction 4, it's a theater. So that will be the last attraction that it gets for the game. Alright, we will go ahead and flip the 5th city card. Construction contracts. You may build upgrades for half the marked price rounded down by paying that amount to another player of your choice. You cannot combine this with other discounts. So if I choose to utilize this, the money is going to go to the Automa. So going into Park Step 1, I really like what I see here with the robot performer. It says at the game end, this staff member scores 3 points for each robot theme in your park. Currently I have 1, 2, 3, so that's 9 points. So I'm going to go ahead and buy him. So he costs 7. He's not an upgrade, so I can't pay half. So he'll cost 7, 5, 6, 7, and he'll go to the left of my main gate. And then we got to refill the market, which is a whirlpool element. For the Automa, it's going to get a staff, and it's going to score 4 points per quality icon in the AI's park. So we'll put her down. And quality icons currently, they have 1, 2. So currently this card is worth 8 points for the Automa. So it's a good thing I picked up that robot staffer. Moving to Park Step 2, I'm going to build this corkscrew element for only 3. But I have to pay that to the Automa, so I'll just put that in this player area. And I'm going to put the corkscrew element onto my super attraction. And I only need one more feature to complete one of my blueprints. And, oh, there's a comfortable seating feature. that I could put on this as well. Keep building it up. The Automa is going to build its showcase and collect loose change. So we'll move this change over. So it's simply going to flip over its showcase, and it's going to collect loose change. So it has 1 attraction, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's going to get 6 points from the bank. It's going to add it to its player area. That also gave them another theme icon. So now they're at 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I still got them by 1. Ooh, okay. But additionally, what this is also going to do, this super attraction is never built in their park. It's just going to allow them to get an extra turn each round. Park step 3. I don't have enough money. I only have 5, but I can do upgrades for half. That's right. So I'm going to exchange this for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then half of 7 is, half of 7 is 3.5. Rounded down is 3. So I'm going to pay 3 to the Automa. And then I'm going to put the comfortable seating on my super attraction. That's going to allow this to build up. And that gives me my 4th feature on this super attraction that's going to complete this blueprint, a thrill ride with 4 features. And then since I completed this top part, I can complete this bottom part, which it says any slideshow, which I have right here. And then as a reminder for my other blueprint, it says any thrill ride with any feature upgrade, check. Any food outlet with guest services, food outlet with guest. And then it says the same thrill ride has no guest services upgrades. So this thrill ride has no guest services upgrades currently, and we're going to keep it that way. So the Automa now gets to take its 3rd action. Oh, it's a jungle theme. AI is going to discard market card in slot 5 and attach this to attraction number 5. So we'll slide that under, and he will discard this corkscrew element, and we'll get another comfortable seating upgrade feature. I forgot to load the market up, so that's upgrade guest services. And I have no money, so unless there's a card I want to build this feature on here because I want to keep moving, get as many icons as I can on it. But I also need another theme, but there's none out there. So let's just go ahead and collect loose change. So I'm going to look at the attractions I have 4, and I'm going to collect that much money. So I'll collect 4 and add it to my player area. The Automa gets to go again because we are in guest step 4. The AI simply discards the top 5 cards from the park deck. Okay, I'll do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a theme. Oof, lots of theme there. We might tie on this. All right, let's go ahead and move to the guest step. Looking at my guests, I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's pretty good. That gives me 19 total money for this the last round. I only have 1 card in my hand, which is the flagpole. And then I'm going to reset this for the cleanup and deal out another set of 6 cards. So I'm really excited about what came out. I have a fairy tale, I have a robot, and I have another robot. Remember, robots let you build other attractions and other upgrades in your park for free. And I have an upgrade in my hand, which is the flagpole. So I really want to go after that. Since this is round 6 and the Automa already has all 5 of its attractions out, it's not going to draw another attraction card. So we'll simply go to the city events step. A bank error. Gain 5 coins or draw 2 park cards and choose 1 to keep. Money is everything right now, so I'm going to get 5 coins. I forgot to pass the first player to the Automa. Step 1. He's going to get a superior quality upgrade, and this is going to go in slot 3, and he's going to discard the card in slot 2. So 1, 2, oh, he's adding on to his gingerbread house. And that's going to give him another 4 points for the snack seller. And then slot 2, he's going to discard. Thank you for not doing a theme card, Automa. For me, I don't think I want to get greedy, so I'm going to pay 12 to build this robot theme, which will allow me to build this flagpole for free. So I'm going to add both of those to my super attraction for 12, which means I can no longer build on this since the flagpole is at the very top. I'm going to go ahead and refill the market. Additionally, by doing that robot, it's going to give me an additional 3 points for my robot performer. Step 2. The AI is going to gain this staff, and it's going to discard market card in slot 6, which is a robot, which is, I guess that's not great, because I had enough to buy that, but I didn't have any other upgrades in my hand. So it's going to get 5 points in the game, and it's going to discard slot 6. So goodbye, robot. We will refill that. Right now I have 6 theme icons, and the AI Walt has 5. So I really want to get another one to secure that 15 points. I'm going to simply take this card into my hand, which is a fairy tale theme, and on a future step, a park step, I will pay for it for 10. We will refill that. We'll move to step 3. The Automa will get restrooms. Yes! It's going to go on number 5. And he's going to discard slot 6. So he's going to discard this one. Let's go ahead and refill that before I forget. It's a jungle theme. And the restrooms will go on slot attraction number 5. So he's really working up these number 3 and 5 attractions. So I'm going to build the fairy tale theme for 10. And then it says, after you build this upgrade, you may draw 2 park cards, choose one to keep, and discard the other to gain coins equal to half its marked price, rounded down. So let's go ahead and spend our 10. And for the fairy tale, I can't put it here because there's already a fairy tale theme. I can't put it here because we have the flagpole on it. This has 3 icons. This has 3 icons. Let's go ahead and just put it here to make this a 4th. And then I get to draw 2 park cards, keep one, and discard the other to gain coins. Only on thrill rides, so I don't have any other ones I can build on. So let's go ahead and take this one, discard this one, getting 3 coins. Alright, park step 4. The Automa gains an information kiosk. It goes on attraction 2, and he's going to discard market card in slot 4. Let's go ahead and discard this one. And this goes to attraction number 2. Alright, this is my last park step of the game. I have 5 money. I have this attraction in my hand, but it costs 6. So this costs 3, this costs 5. That just gives me 2 victory points. And I can't put a guest services on this one, but I couldn't put it on there anyway. So let's go ahead and build the restrooms for 3. And we're going to put that on. Let me make sure I'm not screwing anything out. This can't go on the thrill ride, so let's put, I don't have I have lockers and a coat check here, and this will be restrooms to go along with the fast food restaurant. Alright, so that is the end of the park steps for the game. Let's go ahead and move to the guest step. This is our last chance to earn money. So I'm gonna get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 money. And now it's time to do final scoring. I'll be right back. I'm going to use the fantastic app on Good Games Publishing's website, and I'll get back to you real quick with the scores. So I just tallied the scores in the app, and the final scores were me 168 and Walt 150. So I was finally able to beat Walt. That's probably, I've played about 5 games now. That's the highest score I've gotten. Getting this performer with all my robots was critical, as well as getting these 2 blueprints scored fully. I got both of them scored, both the top and the bottom portion. Walt was able to get 13 points and 10 points from his blueprints. If he was playing on hard or expert, he would have gotten an additional 11 points. Additionally, he only had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 themes, and I think I had 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I had 7. So I was able to score the 15 points end of year bonus. So that was pretty big. I will say his staff got him, I think, like 31 points or 33 points. This one alone got him 16 points. It's 4 points per quality upgrade, and he had 1, 2, 3, 4 quality upgrades in his park. So that was a 16-pointer right there. So with that, I hope you enjoyed that playthrough. I hope it gave you a good idea of how to play. It's really easy to run the Automa, but it still simulates that 2-player game. And like I said, this is the first time I've beaten Walt, so this has felt nice, especially seeing how well I did with this super attraction. One of the guys in my gaming group had a copy of Funfair, as you can see in the top left of the screen, with the expansion. So I'm going to attempt to see if I can port this Automa over to Funfair. I think it's going to be quite a challenge, and I'm not promising anything, but I know a lot of people have Funfair, so maybe be on the lookout for that. I have a geek list of Automas. I keep progress on that. Also, if you're watching this in the month of March of 2021, I'm giving away some solo games. There's 4 packages. All you have to do is play one of my mini Automas that are out there. So look in the description of this video to a link to my solo games giveaway on BGG. It's free shipping to the United States. You are more than welcome to enter it if you are international, but I will ask that you pay for shipping. You have a total of 15 entries that you can get in. All you have to do is between January and now, if you've played any of my Automas, that gains you an entry. Each time you play an Automa, it gains you an entry. You can have up to 15 entries. On April 1st, I know it's a poor date to choose because it's April Fool's Day in the U.S., but on April 1st, I will select 4 winners for the 4 prize packages, and I will ship them out that first week of April. So with that, if you're watching this, hopefully you can go download Funfair Automa and get to playing. And then secondly, that's going to enter you into the contest. All you have to do is respond. Have fun. If you have any feedback, you can post on BGG or YouTube comments. But I hope this allows you to now play Funfair Solo, which is a great theme park building game.